training video time. So I'm gonna work on a little bit of a training video for you guys on basically how I use the 9 EMA to trade off of. Um, I use the 9 EMA definitely on a scalping day trading perspective. There's two ways that I like to play the 9 EMA. Okay, so one of them is a bounce off of the 9 EMA. The second one is a break and reclaim of the 9 EMA. They are almost similar, however, slightly different. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. The stock that I'm using as an example is a stock that we traded today in my private Discord. That stock is Amazon. Had an insane move, 165 points today. I will show you how you could have taken advantage of trading Amazon using the 9 EMA. Okay, so if we look here, generally speaking, I'm on the Pacific Standard Time. My market is going to open at 6:30 a.m. Okay, so that's going to be this big long green bar here. Okay, generally I like to go back to at least 5:30. So from 5:30 to 6:30, right before the market opens. What I like to do is see, did the stock confirm a close over the 9 EMA? Okay, so as you can see here at 6:10, we had our first close over the 9 EMA. So what we would be looking for right off the bell as soon as market opens is a confirmation of that price action to the long side, okay? To the long side. So this big green bar here is right at the bell open. You can see we open down here at 35.30. The first close over the 9 EMA was at 35.26. Okay, so there's about 4.5, 5 points worth of slippage there. However, as soon as the bell opened, we reconfirmed, crossed right over this 9 EMA, and we went from a price of 35.30 all the way to 35.89. Okay, so I mean, insane. I mean, this is the 5 minute chart. So we're talking about 50 points off the open. If you just would have caught that move right off the open, you would have made 50 points using the 9 EMA strategy. Okay, going back to pre-market here, you see we got our first close over the 9. Market opened 15 minutes later. We confirmed that price action to the long side. You could have got in, depending on your sizing, made 50 points. Okay, 50 points is huge. Now, what would be our stop loss? Our stop loss would be the previous candle's low. So our stop loss would have been 35.23. If you had a little bit more risk tolerance, and let's say you did not sell on this big run up, just to give a long story short here, price action on Amazon never closed at 35.23. You would have been in this trade all the way till the end of the bell here. We got as high as 36.85. You could have essentially got in this for the whole day, the whole move. You would have caught the whole piece of the pie. Okay. Now, obviously, every trader never catches the whole move. Every trader, you're going to feel a little bit of FOMO. You're going to feel a little bit of anxiety as the stock is going up and it's going down. We did have 2 hours into the day, we had a nasty sell off on the Qs. Amazon did take a break, got a nice retest, got a nice break and retest and reclaim of the 9 EMA, made another move. So let's just say you got in right off the bell, you rode this up 20, 30, 40 points, you sold out of here. You're done with the trade. You made 20, 30 points. You're looking for your next setup. The next setup would have come here, okay, here on this little green candle here, where we test the 9, break through, but however, on the same candle, reclaim. So this would be a bounce. We touched the 9, we broke through. However, we did not close below the 9. Your entry would have been a confirmation of that top wick, 36.15. Next 5 minute candle comes in, goes from 36.15. This is what 35, excuse me, 36.15, 36.16. You would have got in. This put in a top tick of 36.34. Even if you would have been in that trade for 5 minutes, you would have made 15 points on your position. Okay, you would have used previous hour or previous candles low as your stop. Your absolute stop would have been 36.10. Never hit your stop until all the way over here at 9:15 in the morning. However, I would have hoped if you are a day trader and a scalper, you would have been taking profits along the way. So let's go to the next strategy where we have a break and reclaim of the 9 EMA. Okay, so you can see here starting at 8:35, we start to break below the 9 EMA. We have one follow through candle, two follow through candles, and then finally we get this crack above the 9 EMA. For me, I would not have taken this trade because I like to see a nice green bar coming through the 9 EMA. If we just close right at or right above, generally speaking, I won't take that trade just because I like to get a nice green bar all the way through that 9 EMA close. Okay, as you can see, we had a little bit of more selling pressure here. We start to make our way up to the 9 EMA at 920 and 925, and here is the green bar that I would be looking to put my pivot on. 9:30 in the morning, I would take this top wick, I would draw a trend line here. This would be my entry, and I am waiting. Now I am being very, very patient. Just because we close over the 9 does not mean I jump in here, because what happens in the next 5-minute candle, we sell off here. If we were to get a confirmation of this red candle more to the downside, now you would be in an absolute losing trade. You want to be in the play the second go around of that price action. 9:30, we get our first big green bar through the 9 EMA. We get a close at 36.35. 5 minutes later, we get a push down. We get a back test, ramp up, ramp up, ramp up. And right in here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes later, we get that confirmation of price action over our pivot. This is where we would have went long. We would have went long somewhere in the area of 36.35, 36.36, and we would have used previous candles low as our stop. Okay, so if I just draw a trend line here, previous 5-minute candles low as our absolute stop. Okay, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, so forth and so forth. You kind of get the picture here. You would have been in this trade at 36.35, and you would have potentially ridden this up to 36.50, 36.60, 36.70. Obviously, my guys in my Discord chat and myself were scaling out of this. Okay, we were scaling out at 10 points, 15 points, so forth and so forth, taking along the way up, because you never know when these stocks want to backtrace and break down these levels. 2 examples on Amazon how you could have potentially traded it. First example, you could have got in off of the break, essentially rode it for 164 points all day. Obviously, we know that more than likely wouldn't have happened. You would have been scaling out along the way. Second opportunity came 3 hours into the day, where we get that breakdown of the 9 EMA, then we get that reclaim, and then we wait for price action to confirm that reclaim. And when we confirmed that reclaim, we went from 36.35 all the way to a high of 36.85, a 50-point move. Okay, so essentially 2 50-point moves in the day that you could have taken on Amazon. That is how you play the 9 EMA strategy. Guys, if you like this video, please like the video, subscribe to my channel. Also, I have a private Discord calling out my daily watch lists and signals and my trades as I enter and exit them. Also, I try to help you guys out and break down some more charts along the way through the day. I'm very active the first 3 to 4 hours of the market open. I will see you guys all in the next video.